Hello everyone, myself Pranay Sarkar and you are watching ChemPro YouTube channel. Please watch the complete video and don't skip. I promise you will get extra and learn the topic like never before. Today our topic is thermodynamic coefficients. Then let's start. Thermodynamic coefficients. This is a very important topic from thermodynamic chemistry, and several types of questions are asked in CSIR NET, GATE, and IIT JAM examinations. So in this video we will discuss about three thermodynamic coefficients, that is alpha, beta and gamma. So the first one is isobaric thermal expansion coefficient, okay, that is denoted by alpha. From this isobaric we can just have that pressure is constant here, and the thermal expansion coefficient, that is if we increase the temperature, then the volume of the gas will also be increased. Okay, so the coefficient del V by del T at constant P is positive here. Okay, so let's check the formula of the alpha, that is alpha equals to 1 by V into del V by del T at constant P. Okay, so we have to remember this formula of alpha. Okay, alpha equals to 1 by V into del V by del T at constant P. So we can just say that the change in volume with change in temperature at constant pressure is denoted by the alpha or the isobaric thermal expansion coefficient. Okay, so the next is isothermal compressibility factor. So from the isothermal part we can just have the T equals to constant, or the temperature is constant, and compressibility factor, that is compression of the gas, is happening here. So if we increase the pressure, then it will result the decrease in the volume. Okay, so the coefficient del V by del P, and obviously at constant temperature, will be negative here. So the formula of beta will be beta equals to minus 1 by V into del V by del P at constant T. Okay, so we have to remember this formula of beta also. So we can just say that the beta represents the change in volume with change in pressure at constant temperature. Okay, so this is beta, or we can just represent the beta or isothermal compressibility factor by beta T. Okay, so the next is isochoric pressure temperature coefficient. Okay, and it is denoted by gamma. So from isochoric part we can have the volume is constant here, and the pressure temperature coefficient, that is del P by del T, and obviously at constant volume. So the formula for gamma will be 1 by P into del P by del T at constant V. So we have to remember this formula also, the formula of gamma. Okay, the gamma. So the gamma or the isochoric pressure temperature coefficient represents that the change in pressure with temperature at constant volume. So this is the gamma. After these three main coefficients, that is alpha, beta and gamma, we also have another coefficient, that is adiabatic compressibility factor, and it is denoted by beta s. So in this adiabatic compressibility factor, the entropy is constant, and the formula is just like same as isothermal compressibility factor, that is 1 by V at constant entropy. Okay, so this is very important. Let's check the relation between alpha and beta. So for that, we have to write the cyclic rule for pressure, temperature and volume. Okay, so the cyclic rule for pressure, temperature and volume is del P by del T at constant V into del T by del V at constant P into del V by del P at constant T equals to -1. This is the cyclic rule. And we have the value of alpha, that is alpha equal to 1 by V into del V by del T at constant P, and we have the value of beta, that is beta equal to -1 by V into del V by del P at constant T. So from this alpha value, we have to calculate the del T by del V at constant P, and from this we can just have the formula del V by del P at constant T, or the value of the del V by del P at constant T, that is this part. Okay, so from this part we can just have that del V by del P at constant T equals to minus beta V. Okay, so let's calculate the del T by del V by constant T. So from this we can have that del V by del T at constant P equals to alpha V, and by reciprocate this del V by del T at constant P, we can get del T by del V at constant P equals to 1 by alpha V. Okay, so we will put this value and this value in the cyclic rule formula. Okay, so we can just write here that del P by del T at constant V into 1 by alpha V into minus beta V equals to -1. This minus and this minus will be cancelled out, and this volume and this volume will be cancelled out. Then we can have the value of alpha by beta equals to del P by del T at constant V. Okay, so this relation between alpha and beta is very important, and we will use this formula or this relation in a problem later. So next is the values of alpha and beta for ideal gas. Okay, so you can have the formula of alpha is 1 by V into del V by del T at constant P, and for beta we have -1 by V into del V by del P at constant T. So from the ideal gas equation, that is PV equal to RT, we can just have that P into del V by del T at constant P into R into equal to R into del T by del T at constant P. So from this we can have the formula 1. So we can write del V by del T at constant P equals to R by P. Okay, and another is del V by del P at constant T. So we have to calculate this part also from PV equal to RT. So we can just write that P is equal to RT by P here, or we can write del V by del P constant T equals to minus RT by P square, and RT equal to, we know that PV, so minus PV by P square, or we can have the value minus V by P. Okay, minus V by P. So we can substitute the value of del V by del T at constant P, that is this value. So 1 by V into R by P, and from this PV equal to RT, we can have the value of R by P as V by T. Okay, so by putting the value 1 by V into V by T, so V will be cancelled out. So alpha equals to 1 by T for ideal gas, and from this we can get minus 1 by V, and the value of del V by del P at constant T, we have the minus V by P. So VV will be cancelled out, and beta equals to 1 by P for ideal gas. So for ideal gas, beta equal to 1 by P and alpha equal to 1 by T. Okay, so this is a important values or the derivation. So next is a question from NET June 2018. So the given is the value of alpha, that is 2 into 10 to the power minus 4 Kelvin inverse, and the value of beta, that is 5 into 10 to the minus 5 bar inverse, and the temperature is given 320 Kelvin and pressure is 1 bar. So we have to calculate the value of del U by del V at constant T. So for that we have to just recall the formula of thermodynamic equation of first state. So the equation of first state is del U by del V at constant T equals to T into del P by del T at constant V minus P. So this is the thermodynamic equation of first state. And from the relation of alpha and beta, we just had that alpha by beta equals to del P by del T at constant V. So we can just check the previous slide, that is this. This is the relation alpha by beta equals to del P by del T at constant V. So we can just substitute the value and get T into alpha by beta minus P. Okay, so by putting the values, that is temperature is 320 Kelvin into the value of alpha, that is 2 into 10 to the power minus 4 Kelvin inverse by 5 into 10 to the power minus 5 bar inverse minus 1 bar. So we can just cancel out this Kelvin and this Kelvin. So it will be the answer 1279 bar, or the value is 1.279 kilobar. Okay, so this is the answer of the problem. Thanks for watching the complete video. If you really enjoyed, please like the video and subscribe the channel to motivate me, and hit the bell icon to get all the notifications. And if you have any suggestion or query, please comment down below.